All right. What's up, everybody? I'm here with Alan Faneca today, Pittsburgh Steelers Hall of Famer. Alan, I want you to talk about your Steps Towards Zero campaign. I know this is one that hits close to home to you. So what can you tell us about that?
Certainly. So whoever's not aware out there, I do have epilepsy. So anytime something comes my way that I can jump on board and help out, I'm really excited to be a part of it. So SK Life Science came to me and asked me to be a part of their Steps Towards Zero campaign. And it's really a campaign we're trying to engage and inspire and activate the epilepsy community, as well as destigmatize it to let people know that, 1 in 26 people will develop epilepsy at some point in their life. So the chances that you know somebody with epilepsy who's probably just keeping it to themselves is really strong. But we're trying to engage the community to get everybody out there that has epilepsy to revisit their doctors, come up with a new plan. So many people with epilepsy have stayed on the same medical path and plan for years. Science changes, medicine changes, our bodies change. So getting back and revisiting with your doctor is just an opportunity to maybe have a better chance of life, maybe find your zero and what that means to you. And, just try and re-engage everybody.
That's outstanding. And Alan, for you to play a 13-year NFL career and only miss 2 games, like what is your secret there? How did that happen?
First, a lot of luck. A lot of luck. You need a lot of luck. And it's an actual process. Well, luck. Second, you're going to play through pain. And then third is, you actually have to actively be thinking about it while you're on the field. I had a coach that famously always would tell us, don't ever stand around a pile. And he would get on guys for standing around a pile, because what do you do when you slow down? The pile catches up to you, and all of a sudden you get a knee blown out, you get an ankle caught up, something happens. So you just have to get it in your brain and get that ticker going and, keep moving. And it's something you actively have to do. On top of that, your body is your temple. You have to take care of it. I would see chiropractors twice a week, massages 2 or 3 times a week, hot tub, cold tub. It's a nonstop process.
Well, I can definitely tell that you take good care of yourself. And speaking of that, like your body is just transformed since you've retired too. Like, was it hard for you to keep all that weight on when you were playing guard in the NFL compared to now? Like, what was your diet like back then?
It wasn't too hard. I was always the chubby kid. I was the kid who was wearing husky pants when I was a kid. I've never been this size in my life. But the older you get, the more educated you got, or I got on, what was good food versus bad food. So you start eating healthier and making better choices. And about that time when I got to college is when all of a sudden, you have to start eating more to maintain the weight and keep it up, because, I'm eating more grilled chicken instead of hamburgers. So then I do have to eat a lot, and when I lost the weight, the only thing I truly miss is this shake I used to make. I'd use whole milk, probably double or triple the amount of protein scoops. I didn't even measure peanut butter. I was just plopping it in there. I never even counted the calories, but I'm eating like 2 to 3 of these a day. And then, so after I start losing the weight, I'm like, man, I would like one of those shakes. I thought about it and I added it all up. It was somewhere north of 800 calories a shake. And I'm eating those between meals, like nothing. So I was eating a lot at the end to definitely keep up and maintain.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Alan, you were in Pittsburgh for 10 years. During that time, you had 7 Pro Bowls, 6 first-team All-Pros. Did you become a mentor to other players on the team, and how early did that start?
I definitely think so. I was always the guy. I always push guys hard. A lot of guys need to learn what it's like to be in the NFL. It's not like college where you're just glad to be here. Like, glad to be here gets you gone really soon. I need you to be out on the field. So always pushing guys to realize that early on, and then showing them tips and tricks. And a lot of times you'll see somebody might be struggling with a technique, and just to be able to unload some knowledge that I've gained over my years and to help them out is all the difference in the world to a young guy. Because when I came in, I had a very veteran offensive line group, and they all pulled me aside, put me under their wings, and taught me. I mean, my rookie year, I played in between Dermontti Dawson and Will Wolford. I mean, two just vets. And I'm sure looking back on it now, they were like, man, we got this rookie in between us. This sucks. But they took me under their wings and taught me things. And, I still laugh about some of the stuff we did that they used to make me do that I made guys do as I went forward. But it's just it's always a process, right? You make the guy next to you better, the guy in the locker room better, and the team gets stronger.
Now, you were a first round pick. So in your mind, you're probably thinking, I can be a really good player. But at what point were you thinking, I could be the best in the league at my position, or maybe one of the best of all time? Did that ever cross your mind?
It never really crossed my mind until, and I don't know what year this was, probably year 3. We're out hanging out with some of the guys, and we were talking ball, and Kimo von Olaffen, nose tackle, came over from Cincinnati, had been there with us for the year. And he told me that. He pretty much told me that same statement. And I just kind of looked at him, and he kind of like, made sure he had my attention. And he was really like speaking to me, and really it caught my eye. And that's the only time I ever thought about it up to that point. I was always still trying to be good. But, a little bit of that, what he gave me was confidence, like to push even further and to not stop where I was, but just to keep reaching for those guys that were the best in the league.
And eventually, obviously, you did go on to get into the Hall of Fame. I just actually went back and watched the video of you putting on the gold jacket. Tell me what was going through your head at that moment.
Oh, man. Just a surreal. The whole week is just very surreal and a big moment. And, when I got my jacket, Hines Ward wasn't able to make it in time. His wife was pregnant. So I asked my son to do it. And it was really my oldest daughter's. So I've got girl, boy, girl. And it was my oldest daughter's idea, because I didn't know how to pick between my kids for this honor. And it was her idea to say, you know what, Burton missed a lot. And I got to go to games and have fun. So she said, you should ask Burton to do it. And I was like, wow. So that's pretty awesome. So it was really special, man, to have him up there. And I've got this selfie that me and him took right afterwards. And it's right over here on the wall, man. It's a pretty special moment. It's the biggest smile I've ever seen on his face.
Well, congratulations on that again, in the awesome career. You mentioned Kimo a little bit ago. Steelers had a great defensive line, obviously, when you were there. Who was the toughest player that you ever faced?
I mean, consistently Aaron Smith. I mean, he just gets he does not get the love that he deserves, and so underappreciated, in the NFL alone. But even, I know Steeler fans love some Aaron, but I still think they don't understand what he did and brought every single play, and the things he was able to do, and the guys he freed up, was so much a team guy. Not a how do I make the play, but how can I help somebody else make the play? If you asked Aaron if he had a chance to make the play himself, or take out 2 or 3 guys, or pull a guy this way and let somebody else make the play, he would choose that every single time.
Yeah, I'm certainly old enough to remember Aaron, and I always thought he was one of the most underrated players on the team as well. Alan, you played 10 years in Pittsburgh. I believe 9 of those years were with Coach Cowher. Do you have a favorite moment from Coach Cowher?
So many, man. So many times, I was the go-to guy that when it was time to like take the pads off, guys would come to me, and I'm the guy who would go have the conversations with them. And so those conversations were always funny, the back and forth we had. But, the year we won the Super Bowl, Coach was given the same speech. So we had the Wednesday meeting. We have a team meeting in the morning. And he started off every meeting with this same intro, that we were all on a ship, and that it didn't matter what, the media or the fans or what anybody thought. It only matters that the people in this room are on this ship, and we're the ones who got to make it happen. And we're the only ones that need to be worrying about us. Don't worry about anybody else. And he had a different version of it every week and how we started it. And then this one week he came in and he said, so don't raise up the periscope and look around and see what's going on. And I kind of looked around a little bit and I don't think anybody else caught it. So I caught up to him real quick afterwards. And I said, Coach, I said, I'm with you either way. I said, I just need to know, am I on a ship or am I on a submarine? That's all I want to know. His face turned purple. He got mad at me and he was like, get out of here, Red. And, but it was pretty funny.
Absolutely excellent stuff, Alan. Appreciate you taking the time today. Be sure, everybody, to check out the Steps Towards Zero campaign and what Alan's been doing over there. So thanks again.
Yeah, guys can go to stepstowardszero.com as well. You can hashtag Steps Towards Zero in any of the social media. And SK Life Science is going to donate $1 to the Epilepsy Foundation.
Thanks, Alan.
Thanks.